remember flirting. People get tired of online dating. I just want to meet organically. But the fact of the matter is, they don't know how to meet organically anymore. Thank you so much for joining us today on Second Act TV. I'm so happy to welcome back Treva Brandon Scharf, the life coach, dating coach, podcast host, and my good friend, Treva. Thanks so much for being here again.
The best title of all.
Oh, we've had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate all your support for this channel. In fact, today's conversation was inspired by one of your most recent blogs. The headline caught my attention right away, and of course I read your stuff all the time anyway, but what happened to flirting, right? Whatever happened to flirting?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, what a great topic, because one of the things that we talk about here is, people get tired of online dating. I just want to meet organically. We hear that all the time in comments. But the fact of the matter is, they don't know how to meet organically anymore.
Right.
And there's reasons for that. So let me throw it over to you. Let's get that started. Why did you write this article?
I am depressed about the state of romance. I look around, I hear my friends, I'm a coach, I hear it, I see it. The culture, the dating culture has just gotten so rife with conflict and hostility and distrust and suspicion, and technology has not helped. It helps and it hurts. And so, I don't know, I just felt like, come on people, we have to keep this alive. We have to flirting.
Well, the point you make in the article is that online dating largely killed flirting. We flirt online, and then we don't know how to do it in real life. And to your point, when I was reading it, I came across another article I sent to you. Another woman feels the same way. She's much younger, a millennial, and she wrote that millennials killed flirting with all the recent, social movements, Me Too, whatever, it's all for good reasons. But now it's put us in a culture where men are afraid to approach a woman. So how do you meet in real life? It's like online is the only place where men, and I hope this is just younger men, that is not that prevalent at our age group, but I want to talk with that as well, but that they feel safe online because that is an implication that the woman is approachable.
It's come to that. I'm going to just say, in defense of millennials, I don't think they actually killed flirting. I think for good reason, the Me Too movement started it for good reason. We needed this awareness, okay?
Right.
Because it was out of control. The harassment, and it needed to be called out. However, I think cell phones and online dating and millennials definitely put the last nail in the coffin, in the flirting coffin.
Yeah, and I don't. If millennials are watching this, we're not bashing you.
No.
This was a millennial that said it. This is just an interesting article. I'll link to it also. Well, what I want to focus on, instead of just making this, the state is horrible. Yes, romance. What can we do about it? What can we do about it? I think, and I think you agree, and several other authors here, that it is up to women really.
Yeah.
To bring flirting back. Let's talk about that.
So I did read that article, and the writer made the point that women are the gatekeepers of romance. Okay, we've heard women are the gatekeepers of sex, men are the gatekeepers of relationships, but women are the gatekeepers of romance. And we do have the power. I do believe ball is in our court to initiate and to receive, to initiate in a tactful, graceful, assertive, self-empowered way, okay, which is new, because we're told women, especially of a certain age, are not to initiate. Don't speak first, or don't hit on someone, or don't approach a man, because that's just traditions, dictates that we are supposed to be feminine energy receivers. right? And they are the pursuers. Okay, so because of the times we're living in now, that's going to change a little bit. And it's okay for that to change. And I'll tell you how that's going to change. With women's help, women have got to be collaborative in the flirting process. It cannot all be on men anymore. It just can't. So, plus, I want to just say, it's hard being a man. It's hard being a guy. It really is. I have to give them a lot of credit because it's hard putting yourself out there.
Right.
Stepping up, approaching someone. Even in good times, pre-Me Too, it's hard because you leave yourself open to all kinds of rejection and, blow-offs and being dismissed, which is not nice. Women out there, don't do that. Don't do that. Be gracious, be kind, be classy, be elegant.
Yeah.
Right. And you can initiate, and here's how you initiate in a way that is not going to be uncomfortable or make you feel that vulnerable. Just do it with your eyes. Smile with your eyes. Smile, smile, smile. Say good morning. Smile. This is, to me, it's the easiest, cheapest, doesn't cost you anything way to say, I'm open for business.
Let's talk about some real specifics. What can women do to show that they're approachable? And then what can men do that's not creepy, or, what are some tips they can actually implement?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Good question. Okay, so again, I go back to, so if you're a woman, okay, say good morning. You're in a coffee place. You're in line. Look to the person next to you. Smile. How are you? Good morning. It's so easy, and people really, really appreciate it. That's the thing. It's not for nothing. Saying hello, striking up a conversation in the elevator, small talk in line at the grocery store. People, woman and woman, people just like to be spoken to. People really are, especially today, so isolated and lonely and have no human interaction. So I make a point wherever I am. I don't care if it's a woman or a guy. I make eye contact. I smile. Good morning. How are you? And it goes a long way.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you're a guy and you happen to see someone, an attractive woman across the room at a restaurant or wherever you are, the gym, a bar, I don't know, wherever one would go, we talked about this as sort of a preemptive permission. You can walk up to someone, and I'm all for walking up to someone. To me, that's how it's done. You have to approach. You have to. Okay? So, but to do it in a non-threatening, non-sort of boundary-crossing way, say, I saw you from across the room, and I don't want to come off as, being creepy or unwanted here, okay? But I find you very attractive. I just want you to know. With that said, hi, my name is, and I'd love to get to know you. To me, that's a kind of a respectful, tactful way to approach someone and disarm them. Disarm a woman and make her feel safe. And I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not a threat. I just think you're attractive or you look nice. I don't know. Say it. Just say it and let her kind of be at ease. And then ball in her court.
Yeah. I think a lot of, like for us, for you and me, I think that's easy for us to do. We are outgoing. We're used to talking with people. We're in a situation where that's just what we do. And I'm sure there's a lot of people listening that are, I just can't do that. I can't imagine doing that. And there are some more subtle ways too to get to that point. Like one of the things I was going to ask you, again, the looking across the room, let somebody see you looking, or just without being like creepy about it, but just stare. Right. Let them catch you looking at them.
Yes.
What a signal.
It's such a signal. It's like, what more do you need? What more do you need? Someone is gazing, holding their gaze on you. That says everything. Right. And be responsive.
Yeah. We're kind of going all over the board here, but just 2 days ago, I was at Costco and I just got out of the cooler the double bag, the big bags of cheese. I always buy those, and because it's a great price. And then this man came up to me and he goes, I get that. And you know what I do? I take it home and I put them into individual bags and put them in the freezer. And I thought, well, which is exactly what I do. And then I thought right after, and then I thought, that's fun. And walked away. And then I thought, he was coming on to me. He was trying to start a conversation. What a great way to start a conversation. Obviously I'm not available.
Yes.
But what a great way and a comfortable way to start a conversation. You can do that with almost anything.
Anywhere. I mean, I was at the gas station yesterday, and there was a pump that was out of order, and there needed to be some kind of logistical with a couple other cars. And instead of being bitchy and pissy, I thought I'm gonna be lovely and have a sense of humor about this, and I guarantee you it made their day. Like, it probably made the guys feel better that I didn't come at it with like, but isn't this funny? Oh, well, how you doing? Right. How's your day going?
Right.
I was meeting a girlfriend for coffee the other day, a high school friend, and I got my coffee and went over to the little like countertop where you get your milk and your sugar and everything. And there was a fellow sitting at a table nearby. I don't know. I said, good morning, hi, good morning, smiled, nothing. No, I'm not flirting. I'm married. I don't need to flirt. Yeah. But it must have struck him, because on his way out, he handed me a note, kind of like this. He handed me a note, and I haven't been handed a note in many years, and I loved it. And then I read it, and it said something like, "Thank you for saying good morning. Casual radiance. You have a lucky husband." I guess because he saw this, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said, all respectfully, remind your husband how lucky he is. And it just, I can't tell you, I thought, this cost me nothing. I made a guy smile. Okay, I didn't need it, but it makes us all a little bit more human at a time when we really need a lot of kindness and humanity.
Right.
To our fellow humans.
That's a great tip, actually. Handing a note. You can put your number on it. You can put your intention. You can, hand it over, walk away, and not risk like being rejected right away or having to deal with rejection. Right. I think that's a great idea.
It was just like a throwback from the past, where that's what men did. Kind of, they did that, and women did their version of dropping a hanky.
Yeah.
Remember that? You would drop a handkerchief. Well, there are ways to do the modern version of dropping a handkerchief.
Yeah, drop something.
Right, drop something. Make some small talk at the at the market, at the grocery store. Yeah. You never know. And again, I say this just to humanity in general, not for flirty reasons. Mm-hmm. People really like it. It makes them feel good.
Yeah.
And then it makes you feel good.
Yeah. Right. And it's actually something you can go out and practice is smiling at people. And I bet you'll be surprised just the whole reaction that you get.
Yes.
And how other people will then react to you. I've done it as experiments. Go ahead.
This is the experiment. Try it, you guys. Yeah. Try it. Walk around, and there's been studies done, and I can't remember the name. There's actual a phenomenon. It's called the Mona Lisa something. Can't remember. Yeah. I wish I remembered it. But if you walk around just with the corners of your mouth turned up, just ever so, it has an effect for you. Mm-hmm. Somehow. Yes. And then people see that, and then they smile. It just, I don't know. It's like a compounding wonderful benefits of showing your humanity and your warmth.
Yeah. I mean, it's a topic that obviously we can talk about forever. I think it's a really important topic. Not that we're going to teach you here in this segment how to flirt, say this, say that. It's actually just being aware that it's lacking. And the skills are lacking, and that women are primarily, not to blame, to blame also perhaps, But the onus, I think, is what the article said, is
Yes.
on women to bring flirting back. I'm looking forward to the comments. I want to hear both from men and
Yeah.
women. What you're experiencing out there. What do you think about it? How, give us your tips.
Yes, I'd be interested based on this, put it into practice. Listeners and viewers, come back to us with some feedback. How was it out there for you?
Yeah.
Were you, stone cold rejected? Were you responded to? How did it work? How did it make you feel? And I do think it's really important for women to understand that not all men are pervs, and they're not all predators.
Right.
Okay, and this is what makes me nuts about the modern dating culture, is that we are now all primed to be on the lookout. Our defenses are up.
Yeah.
And it makes it harder for guys, and it makes the whole thing is just set up for failure, because women are like this, and men are like, no, not going there, because I don't want to be seen as, Charles Manson.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And and I'll say one thing, and then we'll start closing here. But I was talking to another dating coach, and he said that one of his, he was talking to a woman, and she was saying, well, I don't want to be like look available or do stuff, because then all the, then everybody will come up to me, and not just the ones I want. He's like, you know what? One, you can't pick and choose, but two, if everybody comes up, what a great problem to have.
Well,
Now then, go ahead.
Right? Like, what is that called? A first class problem or a high class problem? I mean, I when I was younger, I used to tell myself, one day there will be a day when I will not be flirted with anymore. I will get to an age where guys won't look at me anymore. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm going to be as nice as I can, because I realize how hard it is for men. Okay, and you have to keep that in mind. And yes, enjoy it. Be appreciative.
Yeah. Well, Treva, thank you. It's really, I think it's an important discussion. I will obviously link to all your information to your article. I'll link to that other article as well. Can't wait for your book to come out. We'll drop a link in when that comes out too. There's another topic I want to talk to you about that I think is going to be really enjoyable. So I'll hold you over, and we'll see you next time on Second Act TV.
Thank you.
If you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. The button is right over here. Just click on through to YouTube, and when you see the little bell right next to the subscribe button, hit that too. We'll notify you every time we launch a new video. See you next time.